So, this memory popped in my head earlier today, and I thought I know we talk about a lot of things. I thought I'd share this with you. So I was about 16, and my brother 17. His name Tommy, and he he has it's 7 o'clock in the morning. He got home like around 6:30 a.m. He had stayed out all night, right? First time he'd ever done that, right? So I get up at 7 o'clock. I go in the living room and we shared a room. So I think I've shared this before. We grew up economically challenged. It was three brothers, and we shared one room. Right.
Yeah.
I knew he didn't come home. So I get up at 7 o'clock. I go in the living room. He's sitting there. I said, "Hey, when did you get home?" He said, "About a half an hour ago." And he said, "So was Dad mad last night when I didn't come home?" And I go, "Well, he asked me if I knew where you were, and I told him I didn't. I figured I knew where you were, right? You're out partying with your buddies, right? Which some of the same people that I hung out with. We had kind of the same
Yeah.
circle of friends. We're about the same age. He said, "So was he mad?" And I said, "Well, he was definitely looking for you." And he goes, "Oh man." He said, "I said you're going to go to bed." I said, "What were you doing?" He said, "Well, I was out, hanging with the guys." And I said, "So you going to bed?" He said, "No." He said, "He's just going to wake me up when he gets up here in about a half an hour. So I might as well wait up and he's going
I
to."
don't know how parents slept back then.
Yeah. Oh, expect not having
No,
cell phones and
I don't know.
yeah. So anyway, sure as the world, Dad wakes up and we hear him open his door and he's walking down the hall. And I know my brother's sitting there going, "Oh man, this is not going to be pretty, right? This is not going to be pretty." My father wasn't a violent man, but he could have been a captain of a ship, if you know what I'm saying.
I
Right?
understand.
Yeah.
I understand. My dad
Old
was
school.
barrel-chested, big
Yeah.
hands. All he had to do
Uh-huh.
was raise his voice a tiny bit, and you're like, "Yes, sir."
Yeah. He was a machinist. And so he was a machinist kind of man, Yeah. And so we hear him walking down the hall, and I hear my brother kind of pucker up a little bit.
Yeah.
And Dad walks in the room, and Tommy's sitting down on the couch beside me, and Dad holds out his hand like he's going to drop something, like he's going to give him something.
Yeah.
And so Tom didn't say a word. Tommy opens up his hand beneath it to catch what he's getting ready to drop into his hand, and Dad dropped a quarter into Tommy's hand, and he said, "Next time, call." And that was it.
Nothing else.
No, and he turned around, went back to his room. About an hour or so later, half an hour later, he comes back down the hall, never brings it up again, and he didn't. Next time, call.
Yeah.
Like, hey, next time, call.
Well, dude, it's such an important lesson because, like, half the time, if I lose my temper, now we're talking about me losing my temper instead of talking about the issue
Mm,
with my kids, with my wife, with
mm.
anybody. Like
Well,
there's no value.
and I remember very clearly when Dad turned back down the hall to walk back down the hall. Tommy looked at me with this devastated look on his face because he knew he had that his dad had worried about him.
Yeah.
And after we went back in the room, it looked at me almost kind of like an embarrassed and
Oh, it's way
like
worse.
like ashamed, kind of thing that I didn't call, what I'm saying, like kind of that kind of thing. And after Dad shut the door, he looked at me and he said, "God, I wish you'd have yelled at me instead or something." And I just thought that was a great parental.
Unbelievable parenting.
Yeah, that was a great lesson that I learned. You ever have anything like that happen?
Yeah. So two things popped in my head, right? So the first thing is my dad. I have two sons of my own, and my wife has three, so I have five teenage boys, which is, I mean, it sounds like a lot, but it's probably even more than that in
Yeah,
terms of like all of them together. Like,
yeah,
there's no, I don't know, the yin yang, female male balance.
yeah.
It's when it goes down when starts going down the tracks, it can go down the tracks a little bit, with testosterone all over the place. Anyways, so my house was similar because it was just me and my brother, and my dad had told two things. The first one is my dad, when my first son turned 13, he said, "Well, he is who he's gonna be, and you're done with him." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "We don't listen to you no more."
Mm,
And I'm like, My son, come on, we're tight. He was like, I wouldn't yell at him anymore. Of course, I still did. And of course, that didn't work. Like it was
Hmm.
really good advice that I didn't listen to until maybe a little later. But the experience I had that was, I was Tommy in my story. My brother was a little more chill. So, I was, me and my brother were 2 years apart, but we were only 1 year apart in school because of
Yeah,
whatever, right? And we both played basketball. And so, like, when I was a sophomore, back then you were on the JV team. My brother was a junior, he was on the varsity team. And so the JV team played before the varsity team. And I wanted to be liked back then a lot, So
sure.
halftime, one of the basketball games, me and Joey and Alex. Me and Joey and Alex, the guys on my basketball team, went in the parking lot at halftime of the varsity game because we played before them. And someone had, wacky tobacco. So I partook, right? So then we go back into the basketball game, and then it's after the game. And back then, no one had cameras and stuff. So somebody recorded it with a VHS, and then they would play it at Pizza Cove, the pizza spot. And everybody would go watch the game again for some reason at Pizza Cove. I never really got that. But it was pretty smart on the Pizza Cove guys' part of my, and now that I reflect. So after the varsity game, my mom and dad are sitting there and they're like waving me over. And I'm like, I know I reek. I smell.
Yeah. So you still got a buzz going?
I just smell like pot.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't know if I had a buzz going, but I know I smelled because a couple people make comments.
yeah,
So I go up to my mom and dad and I'm like trying to hold my breath and talk to my dad. Like, what are you gonna do after? I'm like, oh, Pizza Cove, watch the game. We're gonna home with Joey Smith and we'll be home by
yeah,
midnight. Right? And that's all. Okay. So next morning, I get up. My dad's at the table. I'll never forget. My dad's at the table with the newspaper, right? Like, reading it. This is newspaper. Reading the
yeah.
newspaper, and I get a bowl of Cheerios. We were only allowed to have Cheerios and cornflakes at my house. That was it. No sweetened cereal,
No,
even
no
though
Captain Crunch.
no
Yeah,
Captain Crunch. So I'm eating my cereal, and he goes, "Hey." He's not looking at me. He's like got the camera up, right? He got the
yeah.
hey. You ever smoke pot? Put the thing back
Mm,
up. And of course, what did I say as a 15-year-old boy?
yeah.
No. He goes, long pause. Just enough for me to take another bite. And he goes, I guess everything's okay. And then he folds down his paper. He goes, in moderation. And he got up and left.
Mm,
Never said another word about it.
mm,
I mean, never. And I was like, I mean, obviously, I still remember it. It was the best parenting example. Like, it was his way of saying, hey, dude, you're old enough to make your own decisions. I'm smart enough to know it. And don't be dumb. I mean,
yeah.
and it was like, but if he had said that to me, like your
Mm,
dad didn't say, hey, Tommy, I stayed awake all night,
yeah, yeah,
worried about you because I love you. And I know you're getting older and you're going to do stuff, but how about a little respect? It's kind of what he was saying.
yeah.
But you don't have to say all that when you do it like that. It's so much more
Hmm.
impactful. And I
Trump
think,
reporter. Mm,
yeah, I think
mm,
like when I look at that and I say, okay, well, when you're a producer, originator, right? Um, in the beginning, you're all things to all people, and you're frankly, for me, scared if I'm going to make it. And
yeah,
whoever has a
sure.
lead for me, well, do you work weekends? Yep, yep. Do you work Sunday at midnight? Yep. You're all things to all people. And then at some point, you realize that no matter how much money you get, there's got to be some boundaries, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
And it's like, well, how do you establish those? I mean, do you take that energy and react to your referral partners
Mm,
or react to your family about, oh, God, I can't believe they called me a Sunday night, man. What are they thinking? Who do they, blah, blah, blah. Or
mm,
Or do you do what the dads did? Is it okay? Right now, I'm having Sunday dinner with my family. Can I call you in the morning?
mm,
Instead of getting angry and like not
So
only just
just be honest with them.
parent.
Yeah.
Like I always say, running a team is parenting. Like it's like
Hmm.
because you love your kids so much, once you realize yelling don't work, you
Mm,
become a really good communicator. And I think
mm,
that if you apply that,
mm.
it's super valuable. Like I think you do that really well. I think I'm 50-50. Sometimes I still lose my temper. I don't know what it is, but
One thing I found though is I found I think it's important to find out what your talents are. Or
tell me
it
more
was
about
important
that.
for
Tell me more
me.
about that. Tell me why.
It was
Tell me
important for me
something.
to find out what my talents are, and frankly, where they're not. Hey there. Hey, if you're loving the tips so far, be sure to hit that subscribe button right down there and then tap the little bell so that you never miss out on more free, cool tips coming your way. Also, I would love to hear from you. Drop a comment beneath there. Let me know what you think or tell me what you'd like to hear next. And I do not have a talent or the personality to come down on people. But sometimes people need to come down on. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes, uh, it's almost like the old classic good cop, bad cop, except it's not an act, it's real. So my nature is good cop. That's just who I am as a person. But let me tell you something, you got to have the opposite in your business. And that's a who. So,
Tell me that again.
so I need somebody has to sometimes go have an honest conversation with,
Higher expectations
yeah,
and communicate them.
well, yeah, I can have the, I'm okay at having the higher expectations. I just don't do so well about communicating them. And instead
Oh,
I take too soft of an approach, which, sometimes, uh, it takes a stronger action than a soft approach. I'm not saying you need to go in there and throw chairs and
no,
yell and scream and poke somebody in
no,
the
bro.
chest, but sometimes you have to
I'm
go,
feeling it. Yeah, I'm
hey,
feeling it. So
hey,
like,
hey, Larry, if this doesn't change pretty quick, this isn't going to work out well for us here.
oh yeah,
And I'm not good at those conversations. So I think
oh
so I've always had somebody on my team that is though.
yeah,
And so I remember so often, man, when somebody first starts, I'll call them into my office, say, hey, can you come in the office a little bit? And I can see they're all tense.
yeah. You gotta tell me you're not in trouble.
I go, hey, first of all, anytime you get called to my office, it's always good, like always. Now, if you get called into, Diane's office,
XYZ's office.
or
That's
you
not
get
so
called
hot.
into Allison's office,
Yeah,
it very well is good, but it could also not be. But in my office is always good. So anytime, hey, you got a few minutes I need to talk to you, it's
yeah.
don't ever avoid those.
Oh
It's
my
always
gosh, I have something.
tell me.
You can afford someone like that. What about those originators who can't yet? And so, like, right, like,
Oh, that's a good
what
question.
it is. I mean, honestly, like,
Yeah, no, that's a
you
good
want to
question.
grow, you have to develop both skills. Like,
Mm,
I'm like you're onto something, right? So, like, the rules are never discipline in public,
for sure. Yeah.
right? Praise in public,
Hmm.
correct in private.
Hmm.
Praise in public, correct in private.
Hmm.
No passive aggressiveness.
What do you
Families
mean by that?
allow it.
Wait.
Families allow passive aggressive because they feel like they have to.
So tell me your definition of passive aggressive.
Passive aggressive is your dad was mad at Tommy
Yes.
because he stayed out all night. But
Yes.
instead of saying next time call, he ignores him all day. And then whatever Tommy asks him for, he answers curtly, shortly, as if Tommy doesn't deserve it for a while without talking
Mm,
about the issue,
mm,
punishing them without just dealing with it. That's passive
yeah.
aggressive.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think there's deeper versions of that. But for me, that's the most obvious one that I see every day.
Got it.
You didn't call me back last night, so today I'm going to be. I feel I'm justified to be an asshole to you all day.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
But
gonna punish
your
you
bad
today.
behavior. Like here's the thing I talk about with my kids. Let's say I had bad behavior as a dad.
Okay.
My bad behavior does not justify your bad behavior.
Mm.
Passive aggressiveness is having bad behavior justified by someone else's bad behavior. You didn't like what they did, so you punished them. Well, that's not who are you?
So back into what if I can't afford to have
Yeah, yeah. So when you can't afford to hire that skill, because
Yeah.
it's a skill. Managing your emotions is a skill
Or personality.
or personality.
Yeah, yeah,
However you get, I agree.
yep.
And everybody has the ability to do that and learn that. And some choose to and some don't. I believe that. And
Hmm.
to say that you're a victim of your own DNA is not acceptable to me in my
I
world.
agree. Hmm.
Um, because I've got DNA around this, that, and the other thing. That doesn't mean I'm allowed to do it.
Yep, I get it. Hmm.
Um, so if you're running your own team, what you have to learn is tools on how to deal with things without becoming a yeller or passive aggressive.
Hmm.
And the tools we teach in our coaching is like, first of all, if within reason, it's running a team is you're parenting them, because I believe that. Because if you notice that, like, let me ask you a question. When you were a
Okay.
little kid, or no,
Yep.
when your kids were little
Okay.
and they had bad behavior, did you
Okay.
correct it right away or did you ignore it?
That I can think of, we did it right away.
Correct it right away.
Yeah.
And what if the report card came home and it had A's on it? Did you reward them right away or did you ignore it?
Right away for sure on that.
Yeah.
For sure.
But what we do as adults is
Tell me.
because we pay them, right? We pay them.
Yeah.
And we tell them what their job is, and we give them a job contract that's got a billion words that no one ever reads or whatever.
Hmm.
But because we pay them, that we expect them to be more perfect.
Hmm.
And because I pay you, you get to deal with whatever I choose to give you because I'm paying you. So, the beatings will continue until morale improves.
Yeah, yeah, I hear you.
Like I pay you. So like, hey man,
Suck it up.
SF you,
Yeah. Hmm.
right? And the truth is that is perhaps you could say, as you're listening to this, yeah, I'm paying you. I told you what I wanted you to do. You didn't do it. You could do that. You're gonna have a lonely life,
Yeah.
like super lonely life. But if you think about it like, hey, I am responsible and I need to reward when they do right, even though I'm paying them.
Hmm.
And I need to correct quickly without emotion when they don't do it right, then that's parenting.
Mm.
But what we do, Carl, I swear what we do, what I see over and over again is ignore, 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 explode.
Yeah, that that's kind of my skill set. Yeah. Except
I don't really
I don't know
see
if
that in you,
explode's the
man.
right word, but yeah.
But most salespeople, like, listen, the people who give us business, if it doesn't go their way, by and large, a lot of them explode. And
Hmm.
they've learned tactically or whatever that the squeaky wheel gets the grease, or
Yeah.
why are you so, no, it needs to be faster. And then we take that energy as originators and
Mm.
we decide what we're going to do with it, right? We either multiply it and give it to everybody else, hoping they'll get it done faster.
Mm.
Shame on us.
Hmm.
Or we agree with them and disarm, and after they're done venting, say, I still need more time,
Hmm.
right? And then we protect our family. Think about it. Like if you look at it this way, I protect my family no matter what. If I protect my team no matter what, I shred I shelter the bullets. Then I go to them and use it as, you know, uh,
Learning
you know,
experiences.
well, dude, like correct them when they do something
Hmm.
wrong, and reward them right when they do something right, and and
Hmm.
and like they were my kid, even though I'm not trying to say they're my kid.
I know what you mean. I know
I'm
what you
just
mean.
saying in
Same,
terms of
same.
communication style,
Yeah.
it's just don't do the ignore, explode. That's
Yeah.
passive aggressive.
Yeah.